This is a summary of John Steinbeck's The Grapes of Wrath from chapters 18 all the way to chapter 30. Now, last time we left off, we found out that Ma was trying to get the family all together. Pa was starting to lose his, integrity because now he's having a hard time trying to get his family together, like all of them together, as well as trying to find himself a job. So Ma has to take over his job. Since Gramps is dead, Grandma is the oldest person in the family, and now she's sick. So the whole family reaches the inspection board, and the inspectors are all like, "Alright, so we're gonna need to check if you have any vegetables or tomatoes or anything like that, seeds." And Ma comes in, butts in, and says, "My grandma's sick. My mom's sick." Alright, and we don't have any vegetables and seeds, I swear. Man, we still have to check though. Please, she's dying. One of the inspectors goes over to check. It's nighttime, so he shines a flashlight. Holy guacamole, this old woman really is sick. There's a hospital. There's a doctor nearby. Go there, quick. You swear you don't have any vegetables and seeds? I swear. Off you go. Why are you so sure that old woman's sick? Maybe she's faking it. No, that old woman was so shriveled up, that was not gonna be fake. So the truck reaches the town that the officers said, and Tom's like, Alright, let's go find Grandma a nurse. No need, she's fine. But you said she was sick. Oh, she died during the trip. When did she die? Right after the inspectors let us through. So that's why you didn't want the officers to check. Correctamundo. So the whole family keeps on driving, trying to find shelter. They go over some Hoovervilles, but yeah, they eventually settle on a government camp. And the government camp is way better than the other camps that they've ever been to. In this government camp, the police cannot enter without a warrant. Secondly, there are bathrooms. Thirdly, there's clean water, clean shelter, and there's social gatherings every few days. Tom's family start doing their things in this government camp. Tom becomes part of the entertainment group. Ma, goes cook and stuff. Rosa Sharon helps sometimes. Al met a blonde and they're engaged. I said blonde, not blob. But the family eventually runs out of money, and so they have to go find more jobs. They sadly leave the camp, although Al stays behind, and they eventually get a flat tire. So some random stranger who also has a car driving by says, you guys wanna fix some peaches? You guys wanna pick some peaches? And they're like, we'll do any work. And yeah, it's obviously the peaches don't give good pay. They find a Hooverville and stay there. Eventually the peach picking place turns into a cotton picking place because they have to switch places. And so now they're staying at some sort of shelter that the cotton pickers have built for them, and it's terrible and run down. One night, Tom tells his parents that he's just gonna go out and check out what people are doing. And then, while he goes down the mountain, he spies Casey. Casey is organizing, apparently, after he was freed from jail. Yeah, he was in jail, forgot to mention that. He and Tom did a little crime by tripping over and punching a deputy sheriff, and so now he was in jail, but once he was released from jail, he was basically able to do whatever he wanted, but he was on parole, and he was all like, alright, let's unionize! He got a bunch of workers over here, and he told them to unionize. Tom is all like, oh god, I don't think this is gonna end well. Police start happening, and they're like, alright, where's Casey? He's on our most wanted list. Oh, I found him. One of the police officers used a bat to strike and kill Casey, and all the other workers disperse. Casey's dead in the blood of his own pool. So Tom goes up, sneaks up behind the guy, takes his bat, and then hits him with it, eventually killing the policeman. After realizing that the police will be after him, Tom hurries back home, tells Ma that he has to go in hiding, and goes hiding in a nearby cave. Oh, and they all told Rufy, the little kid, about all this, and Rufy's all like, my brother killed My brother killed 2 strangers just so he could get revenge to someone who stole her Cracker Jackers. And he's like, oh really? Your brother, eh? Ma tells Tom about this, and Tom is like, it's gonna happen anyway. I'm gonna have to go into a better place to hide. Oh well, I'll see you, Mom. Also, I may not be there with you at work. I'll be there with you in spirit, wherever you go. Tom then resolves that he will have to fight on for Casey's rights. That Casey's fighting, what Casey was fighting for, would not be in vain. That people will unionize, and that they will get at least a minimum wage. The remaining Joad family, all of them, well, they are in a little bit of a circumstance. They are forced to go inside this boxcar and in a farm, and because there's a little river there. The river's about to flood, so Pa goes out with some other men to start building a dam. Rosa Sharon starts going into labor. Eventually the pregnancy is done, but the baby is a stillborn and it's dead. Pa lets it drift off in the river because, well, it's dead. And this is basically like a funeral. And then they enter another shelter place because now the rain is getting a little too worse. Inside we find an old man dying of hunger and his son. The old man is dying of hunger because he was giving all the food that he had left to his son. And his son is like, help him! Ma, who realized that Rosa Sharon is now literally making breast milk, realizes what's going to be done. Rosa Sharon is inside, unclasps one of her breasts, and lets the old man breastfeeds the old man, because that's the only food that they have right now. And there's a mysterious smile on her face when that happens, so yeah, it's just a mysterious smile. And that's basically where the story ends. So that's the summary. That is the summary of The Grapes of Wrath, chapters 18 to 30. So I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. I hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, Chanel, peace. Bye-bye.